Hello and welcome to a repair pile video. In this I'm going to be looking at a whole bunch of different computers. I don't know how many I'm going to get through in this particular video, but I'm just going to wing it and see how we go along. This here is a big pile of Sinclair computers. I've also got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7 Commodore 64s as well as these, plus a few other bits and pieces to look at. A power supply over there, that's quite interesting. But there's all of these Sinclair machines to do first. I thought I'd do the Sinclair ones because my channel has been quite Commodore heavy lately, so just as a little bit of light relief, let's have a look at these first. So I'm not going to look at them like this. Let's get them off the bench and then do them one at a time. So we've got a Sinclair ZX Spectrum Plus 3 floppy disk drive that's got no power light, works, no power light, disk, drive issues and reset button. So that's probably just going to be a belt replacement, so won't be very exciting. Another Plus 3 Spectrum. This one has an eject spring issue. Also works, disk drive issues, reset button. So again, probably just a boring bit of servicing. But I will run diagnostics on all of them just to make sure. And if there's anything interesting, then I might come back to them. We've got a Plus 2 Grey. This one works, but power lead issues. Tape deck's not working. Power lead issues. So probably cracked solder on this one. Come back to that one in a minute. And we've got a Plus 2A. I think it's an A. Yeah, Plus 2A. Works, but tape deck issues. No reset button. Oh, the reset button's not. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that. It's like it's full of sand. Okay, well, we'll have a look at that one as well. I've got two imaginatively titled ZX81s, Dead and Busted, or Bust. They'll be fun. Don't get to work on very many ZX81s, and I've got, you know, lots of parts here for them as well. We've got a toast rack. This just says dead. So that's probably going to just be the power circuit has died on it. The keyboard is stuck down here. That's going to need some restoration. There's an interface 1 that says faulty. I've got lots and lots of spare parts for these, so that could be a fun fix. I might make a video about that one. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 ZX Spectrums and a ZX Spectrum issue 1. And this one I can see has the 48 or the 32K expansion on it. So that one, I'm going to save that one for another day. But I thought I'd just go through these 4 ZX Spectrums first. Let's have a look at this one. Coming back. RAM top error on load is warm. So, right. So this one, I think Paul said, was working, but when you played any games on it, it stopped working. So let's open it up. I've got a broken screw here, or stripped, and rusty as well in that corner, and a bit grubby around that side. I'm just going to pry it a little bit and put some pressure on while I unscrew it. Well, it looks like it's got a new ribbon in it. One of the later ribbons. It's an issue 2, so it has got a new ribbon in it. Oh, Paul might have already done the might have already replaced the ribbon in this one. So we've got a 2 Ferranti ULA, not the best, but matches an issue 2 ZX Spectrum. All original RAM. It's not been upgraded, so this came out of the factory like this. The ROM is socketed, that's quite nice. Something weird there. Bit of weirdness here. Oh, it's just a bent over leg. It's the other end of that transistor mod. There's nothing else funky going on there. I'll check for dry solder joints and make sure that it's all good on this side, but I don't predict there'll be any problems, but what I need to do is just run it through diagnostics, but I suspect it's probably just a capacitor job. Yeah, not the best display. My capture doesn't like this, like issue 2 ZX Spectrums. I have got a different capture device I might try later. I'll just show you, I've just plugged in the diagnostic cartridge and I'll run that there. And if we have a look at the screen, oh, we have fails. I can't read what that says. IC16 and IC18. So we've got some bad RAM possibly, so let's run it again just in case. One thing I like to do whenever I'm running diagnostics is point a thermal camera. Yeah, you can see just at the bottom of the screen that one of them is heating up. So that's IC16, the diagnostics was pointing to, and the other one was 18, which is further along under the crosshairs now. But yeah, 16 is ramping up. Everything else looks nice and normal. 60 degrees already on the ULA. Watching, I can actually feel. Yeah, so that's going to be an easy fix. Let's turn that off. It'll need tuning to make the colour look better, and it'll look better on a normal screen. But I'm not going to put that in. So we call this is number 1, and IC16, IC18, bad. Right, next one. This is really grubby and quite nasty, this one. I don't know what's going on here. It looks like it might have had some tape. Yeah, it's had some tape to try and hold this faceplate on. But, oh! Yeah, original membrane in there. Missing one screw. Bit of blue tack here as a foot. See that? Yeah. Ends of the membrane tails are still in the in this one, that one. Well, the membrane's toast. So, oh, we've got an issue 2. This is unusual. It's an issue 2, but the ULA is a 7. So it's probably been replaced at some point. One RAM chip replaced here. Well, socketed at least. It's, yeah, different date code to these ones. It's actually an earlier date code than the ones that are installed. Pretty neat job on the back. Not too terrible. Can't complain at that. No issues with the back. Because well, hang on a sec. Is this one? Yeah, this one's a black screen. So I'm not going to plug this one straight in. I'll go through the normal diagnostics that I do on each machine before I power it up. So we want resistance first. I'm just going to check between ground and everything, basically. Looking for dead shorts. That's all right. Okay. Okay. That's okay. And then across the coil. So I just checked all of the voltage rails on the lower RAM. So you've got 5, -5, and +12, and there was very little resistance between ground and all of those. And I'm just making sure there's no dead shorts across the coil. There should be. Ooh, what's going on here? Yeah, right. So that should be a dead short between these two ends and these two ends, but there should be open between those ones. And the next thing to check is the TR4 and TR5. So TR5 is up here and TR4 is here. I'll go to TR4 first, which is these 3 points here. Put the multimeter in diode mode. I start with the black lead in the middle. Okay, yeah, that's right. I've done one of these for a while. So I've got 0.6 forward voltage on with the red lead in the middle to both of the outside ones, and then nothing with the black lead in the middle. TR5, which is these 3 points up here, should be slightly different. 7 that way, 7 that way, and it should be open one way and then with some forward voltage the other way. So that's normal, and that's normal. All right, this could just be bad capacitors. I suspect it is, but let's plug it in and see what happens. There's no reason I can't plug it in now. It's had the DC mod done to it, which is good. So that if there is a problem with the voltage conversion, that should protect or partially protect parts of the circuit. We're drawing between 600 and 700 milliamps. It keeps jumping up and down actually. So the next thing to do is actually check. I've definitely got a black screen. Let's go back to the bench. Go to the voltage and check that. So let's put that on. So we've got -5, 12, and this should be 5. Yeah, they're okay. Not perfect, but that shouldn't stop them running. Let's see what the diagnostics says. So the computer is running. Have we got anything on capture? No, black screen. Oh my God. I do this so many times. It's a very good reason that we haven't got a display. Haven't done a composite mod. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually just hold the lead against the video output and get a signal that way. Waterfall. I do that so many times. There we go. Oh, yep. IC18. Okay, let's have a look. See what the thermal camera says. So IC18 is this one on the end here. No difference. It doesn't always show. Right, so that's another quite nice easy fix. All right, number 2. So it needs a composite mod and IC18 bad. Right, moving on. So was working, now white border, black screen. Looks like the tails are still intact. It might work. Bit of cracking up here, so maybe not. But I'll be careful with it just in case. So again, oh, 6A. A much later one. This is the one with the it's a PC1306P, PCF1306P, or the 8401, which replaces the logic that controls the different banks of memory. It still has one logic chip there, but everything else is pretty much the same. So this should, I would say this is probably going to be okay. Let's check voltages and everything, resistance and everything first. That's the output leg, and that's the input leg. That's okay. And then the voltage rails on the lower RAM. I think that's a 12. That's good. That one is good. These two RAM chips look a different colour to the other 4, and that one does to these other ones. Has it had any work? It's had an LM1889 at least reflowed down here. Let's check. That's not unusual to get some resistance one way. Yeah, that's fine. Should be short that way. That way. That's good. The TR4 and TR5 are down here on this one, over here. TR5 is on the outside, so we'll do TR4 first. Diode mode. Doesn't look like the best solder joint there. That's good. Very normal. That's good. That's also good. That's good. That's good. That's good. And there should be something there. Yep. Perfect. Exactly what you would expect. Another quick visual inspection. Apart from that link wire sticking right up in the air there, I can't see anything wrong. So I'm going to plug her in, see what happens. Again, it's not composite modded, so I'm going to just hold it against the lead. Hello. Red border. I wonder what happens when we put diagnostics in. Got a feeling some RAM's going to be failing on this one as well, but it could just be capacitors on this. Oh no, RAM's failed. 3 in a row. IC17. Shall we have a look at the thermal camera? So IC17 on this one is one of these black chips here. No, no difference. Nothing getting incredibly hot. ULA is normally hot. Yep, all good. So IC17 needs changing. Another one for a repair later. So comp and IC17 bad. Right, number 4, and this is probably where I'll leave it for this episode, is another one which works but needs comp mod. But we're going to open it up and have a look inside anyway. And I will, because he's already said it works, I'm not going to... Oh, issue 3, I quite like an issue 3. I'm just going to go straight for the diagnostics. Make sure that it runs. No, it doesn't. And it's probably down to a bad contact with the edge connector. Probably not guaranteed, but there is some grubbiness up this end of the edge connector. Yeah, that's better. There we go, that one's working. I won't be recapping all of these. This is Paul's property, and you know, if they're working, I'm just going to make them work. If they need recapping, I'll recap them. My preference would be to recap everything, but then, you know, he's buying and selling these things. So I don't want to, you know, it's not my decision. is what I'm saying. So I'll probably just recap the ones that need recapping and fix the ones that need fixing, and then move on to the other ones. Well, that's it for this one. The next episode I'll have a look at the +2 grey, the toast rack, and the +2A probably, although that works and it only has a bad tape deck, so it's going to be boring, that one. Maybe the ZX81s. We'll have a look at those. Bye.